Hey everybody, Matt Brown, and we're going to be looking at Soundgarden's Kickstand, and this is an album that I'm going to be bouncing back and forth a lot between some others as well. So this one is in drop D tuning, and we are in the key of D minor. Alright, so what I played basically is the first and second verses here. So I'll go through each little part and break it down slowly. So the first part of the riff at tempo we have is this. Alright, now I'll do this one at about half tempo. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so let's look at the chords. On our lowest three strings, we have a G5, so that's 5, 5, 5. And then that slides up next to a B flat 5, 8, 8, 8. Alright, the next chord in the riff is a D5, played on strings 5, 4, and 3, so that's 5, 7, 7. And the other chord that we have here is a C5 with a D in the bass. So that is on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, 5, 5, 5. So that's just kind of used to embellish the D5 chord. So again, the rhythm we get. So there's a slide there between the G5 and B flat 5. Okay, so. And then the D5 is anticipated, so the rhythm's fairly syncopated in here, and it's a driving rhythm with a little bit of syncopation at the end of it, which kind of gives it its cool feel. Alright, so that is the first little bit of the verse part. The second half changes up a little bit. We're going to go to this. So that's the next little bit. So the first part is the same. But instead of this time going to a D5, we're going to go to an A5. And that is 7, 7, 7 on our 3 lowest strings. And we're going to kind of embellish the A5 sound with like an A5 add 9 sound, or you could call it an A sus2 maybe. Anyway, that is 7, 7, 9. A song that you'll hear in a lot of like Tool, Deftones, Helmet kind of songs. So it's a common drop D voicing. Okay, so here's the riff real slowly. I'll do that again slow. Alright, here is the next chunk. So here's the next 4 bars. Alright, so starting with the G5 again. Going up to a C5, 10, 10, 10, and then coming to an A5, 7, 7, 7 again, back up to the C5. So slowly. tempo. Alright, now we have a 4-bar thing that is just the D5 and C5/D type deal before we go to the chorus. And this sounds like, I'll play it for you. Okay, slowly we have... So now we are to the chorus, and the chorus, it's pretty simple. We just have 3-4 chords. So let's check that out. All right, here's the chorus. All right, so it's pretty short. Slowly we have this. So, chords, we're starting with a D5 on strings 5, 4, and 3. We have 5, 7, 7. Then we're going to an A5, 7, 7, 7. And due to where you're going next, I like to play this A5 with just my ring finger. Alright, the next chord is your G5, 5, 5, 5. And the last chord is a C5, which is on your 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, 3, 5, 5. So... So the overdubbed part that happens during the chorus is... Alright, so he's just doing this with one finger, or at least it sounds that way. He's kind of like playing slide guitar, but without a slide, if that kind of makes sense. So here it is slowly. Alright, so what you're doing, you're playing the 14th fret, 9th, and 7th, and then you're getting like an octave between the open string and the 7th fret. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, so now the song goes back to a verse, the verse we already learned. So the second verse is the same as the first. It does the second chorus, which is the same as the first. And then the song ends with the third verse. Kind of strange, but it's, it's a quick punk rock song, so that's kind of normal for that style. Alright, so the next verse, we start the verse riff the same. So it's the G5 to B flat 5 thing again, but the end of it is different. So this is like a very kind of Dorian sounding thing at the end of the riff anyway. So here it is slowly. Alright, so what we're doing is we're playing on the 4th string. We're doing 9, 10, 9, 7, all with slurs or hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then we're doing 8, then 9 on the 4th string. And then the second time it's like you have that rock and roll kind of slide at the end of it. So it does that riff 3 times. And then the measure where we have the... that's played again, so we get... and then we go back to the... And then this time we're going to play... that chord. So that chord there is, I'm going to call it an F chord with a sharp 11 in it, which is basically an F chord with a sharp 4 instead of the 5 right here. So that's 8, 9, 10, 10. Pretty jazzy chord. So we get, I'll start from the G5 thing going into this. Alright, then we get, so it ends with that G chord. Sorry, not G chord, that was a D5 there. Alright, so the ending again, that tempo. So I'll start from the line where it says, "My mother said that it's alright." Alright, so that does it for Kickstand. I've got the tabs for this one. If you want them, just email me. And yeah, who knows what I'm going to do next now. Alright, I'll see you guys around.